Hare Krishna. Welcome to the class on Radharani's Pastimes. Today is the sixth class in the series. Today is Wednesday, 16th December 2015. We'll first chant the small bhajan, and then I will try to narrate something. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya. 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 Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya. 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 Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Sutta Vrinda Vipinese. Hari Sutta Vrinda Vipinese. Hari Sutta Vrinda Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Vrishabhanu Dadi Navasati Lekhi. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navasati Lekhi. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navasati Lekhi. Lalita Sati Gunaramita Vishakhe. Lalita Sati Gunaramita Vishakhe. Lalita Sati Gunaramita Vishakhe. Lalita Sati Gunaramita Vishakhe. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnika Charite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnika Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Rama. Radhe Jaya Jaya Rama. Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe. 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 Radharani ki jai, Maharani ki jai. 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 Bolo बरसाने वाले की जय जय जय. Bolo बरसाने वाले की जय जय जय. वृष भानु दुलारी की जय जय जय. Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe. 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 बोलो राधा रानी की जय. So we are going to hear some very, very wonderful pastimes of Radharani. As I said in the beginning, today is the 6th in the series of these classes. I hope you are enjoying these as much as I am enjoying talking about them. So today we'll take some 2 or 3 pastimes, Leelas of Srimati Radharani. The first one today is Yashodama applying turmeric, haldi, to Radharani's hands. One day Radharani was just sitting in her house, and Yashoda used to visit Kirtida quite often. So as usual, Yashodama came, and she found that Radharani was alone. So somehow something came in her mind, so she just went to the kitchen and picked up some turmeric. And she came back and asked Radharani to bring forward her hands. And when Radharani came there, Radharani was sitting, of course, she followed the instructions. So Yashodama took that turmeric and started applying it to Radharani on her hand, on the palms, on the hand, and Radharani could understand what's going on. So suddenly she remembered that there's a tradition that when marriage is fixed for the boy and a girl, then as a ceremony, of course this is done before marriage also, but even before fixing, they apply this as a symbol of, starting up of the talks and relationships and so on. So Radharani was very shy. And she said, what is this Ma doing, So she felt more shy. And then she was worried that if others see that, they may start asking questions, oh, this is marriage is fixed, who is the boy, like that. She was literally worried about that. So she ran out of the house. And Yashoda Ma is calling her, where are you going? Stop, I want to talk to you. But she was, so shy that she ran outside. And she went to a small pond and started washing her hands and face and everything off, to remove it, because she didn't want anybody to see that. So she tried to remove, and then finally she got rid of it to a large extent, but still some spots were there. Because it's very, this turmeric is not so easy to get rid of. So in the process, what happened, the whole pond became yellow. Water became yellow. Of course, this is a pastime, and it's not an ordinary person, it's Radharani. So when the pond became yellow, so then people later on, they saw this pond, and then they saw what is going on, and then somebody had seen Radharani doing that in the village. So the pond is name came up, Pila Pukur. Pukur means pond. Pukur is a Bengali name. You go to Mayapur, and on the way you'll see so many pukurs, small ponds. So even today, if you go there, you'll find that pukur, during your 84 course yatra, Brajamandal yatra. And that water is still yellow, they say. We could not visit this time. Next time we'll do that. Pili pukur. So this is a very, this is the indication that both the mothers, now of course this Kirtida's turn will come now. This is Yashoda Ma was already thinking of her as her daughter-in-law, because she knew that Krishna is very fond of her, and Radharani is also very fond of Krishna. So then somebody who had seen this, Radharani doing this, so she went and informed Kirtida and Vrishabhanu that I saw Radharani, washing her hands in the pond, in the pukur. So what is this going on? Why this turmeric? Who put that turmeric? And so she sort of gave them the, eyewitness notice. So Kirtida inquired from here, other friends and so on, and then because they were not there at that time, who came? Then somebody said Yashoda Ma had come. Oh, Yashoda came. So naturally she is very, very happy. Oh, Yashoda, that means Yashoda wants Radharani to marry Krishna. So she immediately informed Vrishabhanu. And Vrishabhanu naturally was also very happy. So they said, okay, this is very nice, good news. So let's do one thing. What is the tradition? That when you want to send this proposal and get the proposal fixed, you send them some jewelry or clothes and so on. This is a tradition in India. We go so many times. I remember when we married our son, we go and they come and we go to put some chunni on the girl, and then like that, that's a lot of give and take is going on. So they decorated, and Vrishabhanu is a king. So he decorated big plates of pearls and gems and so on, And then he sent them. You don't go, you just send through somebody. So he sent them to Radharani, to Krishna's place. So when these plates came, and then Yashoda Mata asked, "Who are you? Why you brought it here?" And so they said, "Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, they have sent this as a token of affection, And then what is this all about? They are interested in Krishna to be their son-in-law." So naturally, Yashoda is very, very happy, and she talks to Nanda Baba. And Nanda Baba is also naturally very happy. But when they're discussing, he says, we have to give some return gift. Now, we don't have these jewels and pearls because, he's a cowherd person. Although he's also very rich, but still lives a very simple life. So now what to do? So they are all worried, both of them sitting there, and how do we manage this? So in the meanwhile, Krishna was playing around, and he saw mother and father a little worried. So he came and asked, "What happened?" So they said, "See, this has come, and we want to give a return gift, but we don't have it." Krishna said, "Okay, don't worry." So he took the plate of that pearls and went to the backyard, and he dug some holes in the earth there, Bhumi, and he put these pearls in those holes, and then covered them with mud. And very soon, some plants grew there. Now, this is, somebody wants to see miracles. These are miracles, but done very, very discreetly, so that there's not a big publicity or something. So these plants came, and very soon they're all full of pearls and gems and everything, precious stones. So much so that their branches started touching the ground, loaded with pearls and gems. And then he asked the parents, "Okay, here are your pearls, here are your gems. Now you can send it back to them." So they naturally, they were very, very happy, and they picked up those and filled the, 3 times more size than what they got from Kirtida and Vrishabhanu. And this are sent. So it's like, almost everything is fixed now. But then, they still wanted to consult some astrologer, because that's the tradition, You go for a muhurta and compatibility and so on, So they said, let's not hurry, let's do this first. At that time, the greatest astrologer was Purnamashi Devi. So they go to Purnamashi Devi, and she studied, and then she said, "Sorry, this is not a good match. Especially, this is not a good time. There's no muhurta right now. Match, okay, I know there are some problems, but muhurta is definitely not good. So if you do at this time, then marriage will not be successful." So even God had to, wait. So they were very disappointed, and then they sent the message to Vrishabhanu and Kirtida that, "Sorry, we cannot go ahead with this marriage right now. This is what our astrologer put." And they, of course, they also had very great respect for Purnamashi. So they said, "It's all right, we'll wait." So this way, the marriage was to take place, but then it got cancelled, postponed, something like that. But Krishna planting the seeds of pearls and getting the pearls, it He did that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did that in Navadvip. He planted some mangoes, unseasonal, and then immediately tree came out, and then we visited that place. The mango tree even there now. So we take one more, one or two. Let's see how it goes. So when they grew up a little, incidentally, this pearl thing happened at a place called Mukta Kunda. There's a Mukta Kunda. That's where this took place. That place is there even now. So Radharani and her Sakhis, gopis, other gopis, they grew up a little, so they got some responsibility, some duty, and they were asked to go to Mathura from their place, Nandagram. Go to Mathura and sell this, because they are churning a lot of. Nanda Maharaj had so many cows, and Rishabhanu also had so many cows. So they are asked to go and sell the yogurt to Mathura. So they just all, their mothers and everybody will churn the yogurt. The yogurt is like, it's like lassi. Also, of course, very thick lassi. Even, Vrindavan you go now, you get thick lassi with the cream at the top. The butter is there and cream is there. Everything is there floating. Even on yogurt, on dahi, curds, you can see thick layer of cream, malai. So they used to go, and then somehow Krishna and his friends. Krishna, we know, is very, very fond of milk and yogurt and everything. So they would stop these girls on the way. And Krishna will somehow, take the pot from their heads and then eat all the cream. He loved cream more than he's not much bothered about the lassi part. But he'll eat the cream, and the boys also will eat the other gopas. So these girls, when they went to the market, nobody will buy the yogurt because there is no cream on that. That's how they will see. So they are very disappointed. This was happening every now and then, almost like a daily affair. Every day the frustration became more and more, and Krishna was enjoying that more and more. So one day they had a meeting, and they said, how do we stop this? This is too much. Every day, and we go back home and our parents shout at us, and what is this? Where is the money? Where is Lakshmi? You girls are useless, and like that they were being told. So one of them said, let's not go this way. Let's find some other route to go to Mathura. And then another one said, I know one route, very narrow road, very, very narrow, only one person can go. And very few people know about that. That's a shortcut. So we'll go through that. These boys will be here. They'll be waiting for us here, and we'll go through, then we'll escape. So this way we can sell our yogurt. So everybody agreed. So next day they went to that narrow place. It's called Sankri Gali or Sankri Khol. Sankri means very narrow. Gali is like a lane. It's in, actually it's the mountain, and in between mountain there is a small crack sort of thing, and through that you go. So they went that way, and Krishna, being the supreme personality of God, Parameshwara, he knew immediately. He came to know that these girls are not going to come this way today. So he tells his gang, let's go to that Sakri Gali because I know where they are going from. So they went ahead of these girls to the Sakri Gali, and then Krishna said, let's all climb up the trees and hide. And when they come, we'll take our share of cream, like we love that cream. So others were also a little nervous that they are not going to get the cream. But then when Krishna said this, okay, so they all went there, they climbed up and hiding in the tree, it's a very large bushy tree, so you can't see anybody from a distance. And they're all waiting. Finally, after some time, Radharani and the Sakhis come, and they're going, but they're still looking here and there, just to make sure that nobody's following them. And so they come there. The moment they come under the tree, all these boys jump down. So that makes Radharani very, very angry, and at the same time she says, what is this going on? We thought we'll go this way. Why you are doing this? And Krishna says, because we love you. We love you all, and we love your yogurt, and we love your cream on top of that. Just use that and then you can go. So Radharani this time she decided that she will not give it. She said, no, I'm not going to give it. And at the same time, she was she was right in front of Krishna, and Krishna was blocking her way. So Radharani started talking to Krishna very sweetly, about this and that. And somehow she wanted to divert his attention so she can escape. So one time she said something. She said, look at that beautiful peacock. And when Krishna was looking at that side, she just escaped. And actually, before that, Krishna was trying to take the pot from her, but she was just moving her head very deftly, and not allowing Krishna to pick up. And when she was going like that, then Krishna said, okay, I cannot live without that cream. So he looked around and got a small stone, and he took a aim and broke the pot on the head of Radharani. So when the pot broke, whole yogurt is on the body of Radharani. And then it goes from her head to the body and goes down. There's some splashes here, some flashes there. So she says, now, okay, nobody gets it. And Krishna says, no, we will get it. So he goes and picks up right next to her feet the cream from the ground, and he puts in his mouth. So others also see Krishna doing that, so they all start. So it goes with some mud also mixed with that, and they are enjoying. It's touched Radharani's body. So this way, Krishna was always in a playful mood with Radharani. And so this is another pastime. There's a thing called Sakri Gali, another spot to see when you go. Okay, let's take one more. So Radharani, after some time, Vrishabhanu moved her to Varshana or Barsana as we call it now. There's a big palace, Radharani's palace there, and one of a beautiful place, really beautiful. It's on the top of the hill. And it's a very, very popular place to go. There are two ways. One is to go walking up, or you can go by a car through another road. It takes you not to the palace, but near, and there's one more temple there. That's where you get down and then you walk a little. But that climb is not very steep. Like here it is quite steep. So Radharani was in Varshana. And when she was here in Nandagram with her parents, she used to cook for Krishna, She's one of the best cooks. She is one of the best cooks. And then when she went to Varshana, Naturally, Krishna could not get that food cooked by Radharani. So, and he was restless. Krishna was very restless. And so somehow, it's a few kilometers. Now it's like about 15, 20 kilometers, So, but those days, Krishna was going from Vrindavan to Govardhan to here to so many places. Chirghat is somewhere, then it's all mysterious. Of course, his footsteps were like, quite long. So he could cover more ground. I told you once then how his footprint in Radha Damodar temple, when he was just 7 years old, is like, number 12 size of a man's shoes. They're all very tall and strong. So anyway, Krishna decided that he will go to meet Radharani because he could not live without her, missing her too much. So he went to Varsana, and then, Radharani is living on the top of the hill. So Krishna goes near the boundary of that palace, And now he waited for Radharani to come out and show herself from the window or something, but Radharani did not know that he's there. So Krishna started making some peacock sounds, to attract Radharani's attention, imitating peacock. So when he tried a few times, Radharani heard that. And she thought to herself, oh, what a wonderful voice of a peacock. But that it doesn't sound like peacock. Somehow something wrong. And then she suddenly remembered that it must be Krishna, because, Krishna used to do that, to call her. So the Radharani was inside the house, and she didn't know how to get out, because Kirtida is keeping a watch on her always, sort of, mothers always very watchful of the daughters. So she looked for a chance to escape. Suddenly, Kirtida had to go inside to take something from the kitchen. And Radharani escaped. She escaped. And she started, going in the direction of the sound from where peacock sound was coming. And then finally, she met Krishna. So naturally, both are very, very happy to meet. They hug each other, embrace. They're lost in, each their love. And then Krishna takes her to a cave. Inside the cave, nearby there was a cave. And there Radharani sits down, and Krishna puts his head on her lap. And Radharani is just stroking him, playing with his hair and talking some sweet little things, that how the people in love talk. They're all copying Radharani and Krishna, mostly. So like that they got engaged in their sweet talks. Radharani stroking her and Krishna holding her hand and so on. Here the Kirtida suddenly came to ask Radharani something, and she called for her and she didn't find her. So she went to other rooms and some other rooms and bathroom, and she couldn't find anywhere. So she got little tensed up. What is this going on? So she came out of the house and started calling for her, and again no sound. Then she saw Radharani's footsteps. Oh, this girl has gone out of the house. Here are the footsteps. So she started following the footsteps. And those footsteps brought her right in front of the cave. Radharani was sitting, her head away from the front gate. And the cave has only one entry. There's no other escape or something like that. And Krishna is lying with his head on her lap. And suddenly he hears a little sound, and he looks through Radharani's sides, and he sees Mother Kirtila. And now Krishna can suddenly realizes that he cannot hide, cannot do anything. So Kirtila says, she's Radharani. What are you doing here? And Krishna transforms himself into a peacock instantly. And Radharani is, stroking his hair. I said, now she's stroking the head of Krishna and talking something, She continues to talk as if nothing has happened. Then she looked back and saw Mother, and she says, yes, Ma, I'm here. What are you doing here? She said, I got bored, So I just came out and I was just walking here, and then suddenly I saw these peacocks. So beautiful. So I just caught him and, brought him here, and, I'm just trying to pat him and, make friends with him. So she said, you should at least tell me, I was so worried. No, Ma, don't have to be worried, it's okay. I'm all right. I'm perfect. So she says, come on, okay, it's almost afternoon. It's noon now. It's time for lunch. Come. So Radharani just, patted Krishna one last time, and then she followed Mother. And then Krishna from peacock again became Shyam Sundara. And he went his way back to Vrindavan. Nandagram. So these are the pastimes. As I said, we'll continue. I hope you enjoyed them. I of course, I told you also, and I always enjoy them. Thank you very much. If you have any comment, question, we'll take it up. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful pastimes. It was really experience to hear. So it's nice. The last pastime you mentioned, probably, that I never heard about it. So I was interestedly looking at what is the next, what will be the next, what will be the next thing. So wonderful, probably. Nice. Thank you.
Okay, then we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.